Hey y'all, Chris Jones here, Guerrilla Realty. In this video, I'm going to show you probably the simplest way to generate quality seller leads from Facebook. The whole strategy takes maybe 15 to 20 minutes to pull off, and it doesn't involve any expensive, complicated Facebook ad strategies. It doesn't include any funnels, complicated email, automated email sequences or anything like that. It's something that really anybody could do with a little bit of market knowledge and about 15 to 20 minutes of their time. So before I get to the actual strategy, let me just set the stage. So yesterday I sent an email to all of our Guerrilla Realty subscribers, and I won't read the whole email to you, but in it I kind of knocked on traditional sphere of influence marketing. So if you saw that email, there's a joke here. Maybe only men will get this joke, but I think women see the point too. And basically, the whole email was about sharing an experience that I had when I first got into real estate and using sphere of influence marketing. Where, just to sum up, basically, you call all your friends and family and your acquaintances once a month, pretend like you're interested in their life, and then at the end, you spring the, oh, by the way, do you know anybody who's buying or selling real estate soon? Question. Okay. And the idea is that hopefully some of the time you're going to generate a lead. Okay. It's really time consuming, but what's worse is it tends to damage your relationships. And I shared in the email that I realized that it was damaging relationships when I showed up at church one Sunday and I caught a glimpse of one of these, one of my sphere of influence out of the corner of my eye. And before we made eye contact, I noticed that he turned around and booked it. And he left because I had become that guy that nobody wants to talk to because he's always hitting you up for business. And I think we've all been there before where we want to grow our real estate practice, but we don't want to resort to anything shady or that's going to be off-putting to the people that we love. Okay. Now, if you get a sphere of influence lead, okay, you get a friend or a family member or a friend of a friend or an acquaintance that already knows and trusts you, without a doubt, those are the best leads you can ever get because they have such a high conversion rate. There's already an affinity there, and you're going to convert a high percentage of those leads into deals. The trick is, how do you get leads like that without being a jerk? Okay, without being somebody that nobody wants to talk to. And so this is where Facebook comes in. So this is a Facebook strategy, and we're going to be sharing more Facebook strategies, but this is probably the easiest way that you can use Facebook to generate leads today. So if you try this strategy today, I expect that you'll generate at least 1 to 2 leads the first time that you try it. Okay? So basically the concept is we want to use Facebook or your regular Facebook feed. Okay? All you need is you don't need a fancy business page or a real estate page. All you need is a Facebook account where you've got, I would say, anywhere from 300 to 500 friends. And I know a lot of realtors actually have way more friends than that. Okay. But if you have at least 300 to 500 friends, then I would guess that you could pull this strategy off. So the goal is, or the concept is, you want to take a piece of information that people within your sphere of influence or the people that you are connected to on Facebook would click through to check out. Okay. And then you want to share that in your Facebook feed. And the bait that I've used most successfully, that we've tested, in virtually every market across the country, is a local market stats page. Okay, and anybody can put together their own local market stats page. You could share pretty much anything you want. I found that the information that people want to see the most is your average DOM, okay, or your days on market, and we have a very unique way of calculating that number using the absorption rate. So if you trust the number in the MLS, trust the number that's published in your MLS, you're probably a fool. Most MLSs get it wildly wrong because they don't account for things that are taken off the market and relisted. They don't account for things that expire and never sell and are ultimately just taken off the market. They only account for things that actually sell, so the number is skewed way low. Okay. But if you use the absorption rate method, and you can just Google absorption rate Guerrilla Realty and our method will come up and you can use it. But if you use the absorption rate, you're going to get way more accurate numbers that in all likelihood the public hasn't seen before. And in fact, most realtors haven't even seen before. And so what I like to do is I like to update my local market stats page on my website. And of course, I use the ultimate website that comes with our Pipeline Pro Tools system. This isn't a pitch for our system, though. Okay, if you want to use a Google spreadsheet, okay, you could go to sheets.google.com, okay, and you could build a spreadsheet to calculate these stats for you. But if you have Pipeline Pro Tools, then you can just pull the data from the MLS, and literally you're just putting in active, close last quarter, average sale price this quarter, and it's literally just pulling up stats that can easily be found within the MLS and then updating them for whatever area or category that you want. So I like to break it up. I work in Fayetteville, North Carolina, okay, and so I break it up by within the metropolitan area. There's several areas: Fayetteville, Hope Mills, Rayford, Spring Lake. So you could break it up by area, or you could even break it up by price range. So if you want to know what is the days on market for $1 million listing versus a $100,000 listing, you could break it up by price tier. Okay. But anyway, once you've updated these statistics, you're going to get a page that looks essentially like this. Okay. If you're using the Ultimate website. Otherwise, you could put together your own market stats report on your own website using like a Google spreadsheet or something like that. But what you're going to see is you're going to see active listings sold last quarter, average days on market, okay, which is the number that everybody's after, okay, and the average sale price, so people know where the market's at right now, okay, and then of course I also calculate the discount and the list to sale percentage, basically, which is the inverse of the discount. Okay, so once you have this page, okay, you can literally one click. You can click here to share it to your feed. So I'll just give you an example of that. Okay, here it is me sharing it as Chris Jones. Okay, and I would just say something like, okay, May's numbers are in. If you or anyone you know is thinking about selling in the next 6 months, this is must-have information. Feel free to tag your friends or share in your feed. Enjoy. All right. And then I would just post it to Facebook. Okay. You could do it the long way. You could actually copy and paste the link and post the link that way. Okay. Now you're probably wondering, how in the heck is this going to generate you leads? Okay. Well, if you're using the Ultimate website, which comes with our Pipeline Pro Tools package, then it's going to have this capture page installed on it. So if you're visiting this page for the very first time, you're going to get hit with this capture page or this capture form. Register free for lifetime up-to-date local market stats. And they're going to simply fill in their information. Okay. And they're going to enter their phone number, choose their carrier. I'm an AT&T guy. All right. And what's cool is if you live in an area where much of the market is bilingual, they can actually select their language here, which will translate the market stats for them as well. Okay, but anyway, hit continue, and you're going to get access to this page, okay, where you can check out the latest report from June or whenever it's been updated, okay, and now I've just generated a new lead from my local market stats page. Okay. Now, like I said, every time that I share this, I can typically count on, I've got about 500 friends on Facebook, I think. Okay. I can count on getting anywhere from 1 to 2 leads each time I share it. But here's what's cool about it. These leads are almost always seller leads. Okay. Who's most interested in the days on market the average sale price discount, okay? Broken up by region. Who's going to be most interested in that information? Well, of course, it's going to be sellers, okay? The other cool thing is that you're catching them at a stage before they've actually started thinking about putting the house on the market, or maybe they've thought about it, but you're catching them before they enter every other listing agent in town. They enter their radar, okay? So you're getting first access to this lead, and you're going to have some kind of personal connection because either you're friends with them on Facebook or you're friends of friends on Facebook. And so you're going to be able to make the introduction much easier. Okay. So this is not a high volume lead generation, strategy, but it is a high quality lead generation strategy. They're going to be sellers. Okay. In addition to probably being buyers, but they're definitely going to be sellers. And you're going to have an in with them, either because you know them personally or because you know somebody that knows them, and you'll be able to get that personal recommendation. Okay. So obviously it's a lot easier if you're using the Ultimate Website System, but I don't want you to see this as a pitch. If you can put together a great local market stats page on your website, and you can put a squeeze page over it or some type of capture form like we do on the Ultimate Website, I guarantee that you can use this strategy to generate 1 to 2 new seller leads this afternoon. So I'd love for you to give it a try, and when you do, get back to us and let us know how your results are. All right, take care. Bye.